In a world where dreams are made and fortunes are built. Meet 10 extraordinary entrepreneurs. They are risk takers, innovators, and visionaries. They navigate the ever-changing landscape of business. Witness their triumphs and challenges as they strive to turn their ideas into a reality. Get ready for the thrilling journey into the world of the real entrepreneur.
Last week on The Real Entrepreneur, K. Shari blew the judges away with his incredible podcast, Blessed Steps, while Mario faced a tough battle to grab their attention. The stakes are higher than ever as we head into the next episode. Will the final contestants rise to the occasion and secure their spot in the next challenge? Or will one of them face the heartbreak of elimination? Get ready for an action-packed hour filled with unexpected twists, fierce competition, and inspiring moments. You won't want to miss a second of the drama and excitement that awaits. Tune in next week for the next thrilling installment of The Real Entrepreneur.
So the way I feel about today's challenge, I totally missed the mark. I thought we were like laying out the podcast and instead of actually doing one. So when he said we're like doing one, I was like, oh, got that in the bag. I talk on the internet all day. So I'm highly confident about it and we'll see what happens.
Exposing the secret to turning your credit around and owning your future. Effie, our expert financial consultant, knows the struggle. She's helped countless families transform their credit, creating pathways to home ownership. With personalized credit repair strategies and actionable steps, your dream home is closer than you think. Imagine improving your score, getting that mortgage approval, and celebrating your new home. Fix your credit, own your future with Effie and J&E Financial, because you deserve to own your dream. Your future starts today.
All right. Hey, thank you for coming to the podcast of The Back Porch with Effie Best. I got my cup of joe and I'm ready to go. So today's topic is I want to touch on a Tuesday tip of charge-off debt. And the charge-off debt is, what can we do with charge-off debt? A lot of people I see on credit repair when I'm doing it is there's a lot of charge-off auto loans, which is considered repossessions. There's a lot of credit cards and loans. So the thing about charge-offs, they're hard to remove. People think, oh, in 7 years, the debt's going to fall off. No, that's not true. That is a myth. But what people don't know is that they can write it off on their taxes. And the way that you do that is when the debt is written off on by the bank, you're supposed to inquire to the bank to get a 1099-C. And that 1099-C is a write-off debt of forgiveness. And then you're supposed to claim it on your taxes as income. So guys, what I'm saying is, the reason why you have to claim it as income is because you no longer paid that debt back, but you received the account. So when you write it off on your taxes, you can take deductions against your business or yourself to rectify that debt. So that is the tip that I want to give for you today. Sorry. And the things that I want to also point out is that I would like for y'all to pick a next topic on credit repair. Make sure you put it in the comments below. And next week, I will make sure that I allocate which topics that y'all chose and we'll give you some good answers. Also, remember to hit the merchandise store and pick a hat or a cap or a coffee mug with the Back Porch. So thank you. And if you have any questions, leave it in the comments.
TikTok.
Okay, good job, Effie. Nice ensemble, you look very nice, by the way.
Thank you.
Okay, so the back porch.
Yes.
Let me ask you a question. Why the back porch?
The back porch is supposed to be a relaxed conversation between either me and a guest or just me talking to the audience.
Okay.
So the merchandise will be, like the back porch. You'll see a swing, and the V and back will be in block letters, and porch will be on the swing in cursive.
Oh, so you already have it down. Okay.
That's the idea.
I do have a question. Okay, let's just say that I'm somebody who just want to listen to your podcast because I'm trying to learn about all this stuff. I would have liked for you to give me at least a little background, backstory on you, like what makes you qualified. Because right now I could just go online and Google and figure out how this works. Why should I listen to you?
I'm sorry.
No, but you didn't say it before.
Oh, yes.
I was just...
I understand.
Yeah, I was just saying that I didn't understand. Because in the moment, I would have been... You lost me. When I mean lost me, I understood what you were saying because I've dibble-dabbled in stuff like that before. But other than that, all I heard was auto charge off, charge off, and charge off.
Oh, yes. Okay.
I didn't get the full... So whenever you do that next, just, give me a little backstory. Why you're so qualified. What brought you in this? Why is it that this is something...
Understandable. Because he said to say it as if you already had the podcast going. So like...
No, and I'm definitely
so
listening to everything that he's saying. Definitely listen to everything that he's saying, but I'm just saying that I didn't hear that from you, so it's just somebody who is just sitting in front of you.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's it. That's all I really had. But you did a good job, and I do love the back porch, the significance of it. It was nice. Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry.
Hello, Miss Bess.
Hey.
You came looking your Sunday's best. I love it. So, I just want to know, do you currently have a podcast right now?
No.
So you already are in the making. Is this something that you wanted to do before you had the challenge?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, nice. Okay.
You can tell.
Yes.
So what I will say is that I like the name. I like the branding. I like the way that you market it at the end to sell something, to monetize your podcast even more. Okay. I really appreciate you allowed the audience to have a choice and to say and what they want to hear about next. So I could tell that you were an established dead person to where you know about what you're talking about. Yes, I love the way you came in with your flow. You felt very comfortable. You didn't give me any gauge of not confident.
Yes, ma'am.
One thing I will say is that it was informative. I kind of learned something, and that's what we listen to podcasts to do. One thing that I didn't really get was, like Dr. D said, your backstory.
Yeah, I do credit repair. So I'm calling this credit.
Yeah.
So, see, if you let off of that, I'd be like this.
Okay.
So I should have pulled my chain out, huh?
No, I mean, we probably couldn't see it, but the thing is,
that was different.
Yes, ma'am.
It was so short that it didn't give enough meat about why are we eating on your back porch.
Correct.
But I did really appreciate the action steps, the facts that you gave. You definitely sound like an expert, and your audience engagement and your marketing. So I like that. So those are some really good points to have in the podcast. So if and when you do it, keep all those things.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, Miss Effie. I love the name. I'm big on themes because when I see a theme or hear a theme, I can play off of it.
Yes.
But so even in the challenge, if they said, kind of talk as if it's already going, but I agree with Dr. D is saying, no, still tell me.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So even still in your opening is still all of still 20 seconds. It's your girl Effie, aka Miss Credit. And because this is what we do. And you already and I love the saying of the cup of Joe. I think you said
I'm ready to go.
I'm ready to go. So that's cool because now I'm okay, I got my little cup.
That's my slogan.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so into your listeners, while we on the back porch, because this is where we have our comfortable conversations.
Yes,
Let's
ma'am.
go. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
So even still, if your podcast is going, you're still doing a little mini introduction
every time.
Every time because you have new listeners that come on every time.
Yes,
right.
ma'am.
So on my podcast, every time we open, I'm like, "Welcome to my podcast," and I'm like, "It's your girl Nat."
Can I write that down?
Yep, it's your girl Nat. And then we go into why we're here. And then we jump into our topic.
Okay.
Because our goal is every single time to have new listeners.
Yes, ma'am.
New eyes on it.
Absolutely.
So always make sure that you're doing that.
Yes,
ma'am. My thing, so that would be kind of my thing. I think the value as far as you gave a different twist on credit, right? So, like I said, the be comfortable, the engagement.
Yes, ma'am.
So I would say mine is game change her, right?
Oh, nice with the SGR.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Right, because all of our ladies are game changers. You know what I'm saying? One lady at a time.
Yeah.
You know, so just be like confident. Like you're already confident, and I love it. You're comfortable. You're engaging. One thing that you did that nobody else did is the engagement.
Merchandise too.
Mm-hmm.
Get your merch.
Even something, yeah.
On every episode.
Prop, you know.
On every episode, you gotta where to find me, follow me, and how to support me.
Okay.
All right.
Find me, follow me, and support.
Great job.
Thank you. Good job.
Thank you so much, ladies.
I feel good. I'm excited. It's actually podcasting, so that is definitely something I want to get into. And I'm excited to pretty much do my first one and see how it goes. So I'm excited. Look forward to seeing it.
Need help with your taxes? Come see us at ATM Tax Pro Solutions in Fayetteville, Georgia, or meet with us virtually. Our expert team is here to maximize your refund and make tax season stress-free. Don't wait. Book your appointment today at ATM Tax Pro Solutions.
Hey, world, what's going on? Amazing cat babies. This is your girl, the one and only e-commerce GOAT, Cappy. Welcome to my first podcast. How did you do it, Cappy? I know you're interested in inquiring on how did I do it. Well, I'm happy to explain that to you. Many of you know that the e-commerce world is one of the most anticipated shopping platforms online today. Buy wholesale, sell retail. Well, with my expertise, I have over 7 years of wealth and knowledge in the e-commerce business. I have grown over a 7-figure business within 7 years. Now, like many goat keepers, I am not here to keep all the golden nuggets. Those days of being broke is over. Allow me to show you how to make over $40,000 in 1 month. And that is only part-time days. What you're gonna gain from me is mentorship, coaching, development, building confidence, building your brand, team building, system building, organizing and structure, revenue, reporting, upscaling, scale flow sales, how to pivot, implementation, your startup brand, and what many people are afraid to give you is their vendors, merch, and contact. The game plan is to follow up. Are you ready to launch that golden nugget? Sign up today or subscribe by my channel using all platforms. I go by Cappy Info. You can also email me at cappyinfo.com. What are you waiting for? Hit that subscription button.
Okay. All right. What was the name of the podcast?
It is How Did You Do It, Cappy?
Okay, I just wanted to make sure because I did write it
How
down.
did you do it, Cappy?
Oh,
How did you do it, Cappy? Okay, I wrote that down. I just wanted to make sure that was the name of it. Okay, good job. You dove right into it. Was this supposed to be an episode just to introduce the world to what you're gonna get from it? Because I figured that it wasn't an episode, it was just like an infomercial, like whatever.
Yeah, so it's my first podcast, right. And what it is it's actually like it's me introducing how did I do it, but I also want to teach people on e-commerce, like how to do it. Like the question is, how did you do it, Cappy? Well, I want to teach you and show you how did I do it, so that's what it's going to be about.
No, I definitely got that, but from the first episode, I wish you would have given me just something off the list that you gave. I really don't remember the whole list. You gave a lot.
Oh.
Thank you for that. Yeah. But if you had just at least just picked one and at least just dive in, just give me a glimpse of how did you do it, or should I even keep listening to you to see how you did it?
Oh, okay.
To me, all I got was, hey, I'm Cappy, and
That was my guess.
No, and there's nothing wrong. I'm just telling you from a listener what I heard.
Gotcha.
I heard, hey, I'm Cappy. This is what I do, and this is the list.
Gotcha.
And then that's it. And so I would want more.
Gotcha.
I felt like that was just literally an introduction, and that was it. So that's why I asked you if the first episode would have been like a commercial for the rest of your episodes or something, but at least give me something so that I know to trust what you're saying and to be like, okay, let me go check off everything off that list, because today we're doing what was one of the first things on your list?
Actually team building.
Team building, yeah. So even if you gave the list, just say today we're gonna go into team building. This, something.
Okay.
Because it just felt like you just was giving me a list and just telling me what it is that I could get from you, but you didn't give me anything that would keep me engaged or to keep going. But I did like your tone once you came in. That part engaged me, but you lost me after that. Because then you ended it with subscribe, like, whatever, and I'm like, what am I subscribing to though?
Got you.
Just give me a little bit more. That's all.
I got you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
How do you say that? Von Shiska. Cappy is what it is, because I know that.
Thank you.
So I like the fact that you called yourself the e-commerce GOAT and you're the GOAT keeper. That was very catchy. That's something that I did like. I do agree with Dr. D, because I heard the things that you can give us, but I didn't hear how to get it. Just like I told some of the last contestants, like, who are you? What are you doing? Why do I need it? And how do I get it? I heard the subscriptions and all that, but it did sound like a bio. It sounded like a commercial. I would have liked to hear more of a message, because you piqued my interest by saying I can make $40,000 a month part-time, but I don't know how. So even though the name of the podcast is How Did You Do It, Cappy, I would like it to be How Did You Do It, something else for the listeners. Because you're the host, so I don't believe that your name has to be in the title of the podcast. But you had a great voice. You were real confident. What I would have liked to hear was you take your time a little more to really dig into, because it sounds like you got a lot of information to give. But if you would have narrowed it down to what you're giving us on this episode, it would have made me have more feedback for you.
Okay.
All right.
Gotcha.
So I like the confidence though.
Thank you.
All right, Miss Cappy. So I like for you to keep your name in it. It's just Cosby.
Sorry, we love you, but yeah, I'm with her on that one.
The Cosby Show is the Cosby Show, right?
Because it's like Cappy to tell me.
And their name in the show is the Huxtables, So Martin, his name Martin. You know what I mean? So how did you do it, Cappy? You know what I mean? Like, how did you do it? So I do like your name in it. I love your energy, and I love the topic, because e-commerce, if you can really break down e-commerce and show the average person how to make $40,000 a month part-time, then that's amazing, right? And maybe emphasize that and slow it down a little bit, because I didn't catch the how did you do it. I mean, I kind of heard it, but it swooshed all by, right? I do agree. I thought when you ended it, I thought I was really kind of like in an infomercial, because it was like, I felt like it was more of an ad for me to be sold on, like, getting your course versus me closing my eyes and feeling like I'm in a podcast experience that I'm gonna learn and absorb. So that was just my thing on this is I didn't get the experience of a podcast. I got more of I was being sold. Okay. You know what I mean? On why I needed to buy your court, that's kind of what my mind went to.
Look, that's what you do. She said,
I know, but I'm saying, I know podcast.
For sure, you gotta go.
Because even if I'm paying
the conversation,
people, I'm gonna say it like this:
not the club.
People like to buy. People don't want to be sold.
Yes,
you see what I'm saying? So, if you're telling me all of this by being in my community, you know what I mean? I'm gonna walk you through the 5 easy steps on how to make $40,000 a month in e-commerce.
Yes.
Join my community.
But today's topic
is how do you build a team?
Key in on a topic and pull them in on per topic, per episode.
Yeah, because at the end, at the end of it, I want to be able to say, "Oh, that's how Cappy did it."
Yeah,
that's right.
Per topic,
and now I'm ready to put my card down.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean? Because I'm trusting you as my coach to walk me through it.
Okay.
But great topic.
Yeah, great
title. Good job.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Want a fast, non-invasive way to shed inches? With Contouring and Wellness Spa, you can lose 1 inch in 90 seconds. No side effects and no physical contact.
Well, I love how quick and easy the process was. I actually lost 2 inches from my first session.
The customized packages fit my needs perfectly.
We offer tailored memberships starting at just $9, plus in-house financing with no credit checks or denials.
My name is Dr. Casual Pitts. I'm here to help you achieve your goals. Let's get started.
Contouring and Wellness Spa. Make an appointment today.
Hey everybody, this is Randy with Real Talk Entrepreneurship 101. What is an entrepreneur? An entrepreneur is someone who creates and owns a business, right? Well, technically yes. An entrepreneur does what society think is risky. They do the things others dare to do and live lifestyles many people dream of doing. As an entrepreneur, risks are not the only factor at play. Sacrifices are also a key element of this journey. Sacrificing birthdays and celebrations are normal. Family time will be scheduled events. Time with friends, a thing of the past. Even time itself will become a scarcity. Let's not forget about sleep. What is that? Most beginning entrepreneurs are a one-man band. You're not just the owner, you're the employee, person in charge of marketing and branding, the creative director, and so forth. You're going to wear so many hats with only so much time and the same 2 hands as everybody else. So what do? I'll tell you, you're going to have to change your mindset. You're going to have to develop tough skin, be resilient, adaptable, have a hunger for knowledge, be receptive to change, and discipline. Yeah, you're going to need that. This doesn't happen overnight, but if you can dedicate 10% daily to developing your craft, you can compound years into a year, and your efforts and sacrifices will not go in vain. I challenge every entrepreneur to learn something new in their field. Go outside of your comfort zone and see how many doors will open up for you. Good luck, entrepreneurs. That's it.
Okay. All right, Miss Randy, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for that. That was good. Don't really have much to say, but I will say that it started off a little rocky. Sounded like you didn't really have much confidence at the beginning, but then I noticed that you kind of picked up, and I love your message. I love the fact that you had the targeted. I knew your targeted audience, and you were talking about entrepreneurship, and you gave a list and suggestions of what they need to do. That's good, but just because there's not a camera in front of you, make sure that you have to captivate the audience somehow. So just give me some more of your personality. Allow me to want to listen to you the next go round. Okay. Because right now I would say I would listen to Randy because I'm seeing her and I know her, but if I just heard you, I would be like,
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? And if you want to be successful in this business, and especially to give information to other entrepreneurs, you want to stay on for people to listen to you. So
Gotcha.
Be a little bit more lively. Get up. But come on, I can see it in you. All right?
Yes, I got a little nervous.
No, it don't matter. And you know what? But you know what? You did recover. You started... Yeah. It started getting a little bit better, but just a little rocky at first, but make sure your personality shines because that's what's going to have to hold people to keep listening to you.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, Miss Randy Williams.
Yes, with my jacket.
Yes, I thank you for letting me borrow your jacket.
Thank you.
I feel your nerves, right? Like, I know this is a competition. One thing about podcasting is we got to know who you are, what you're talking about, and why we want to listen to you.
Okay.
Right. So I didn't hear a lot of your backstory. I didn't hear any of your integration on who you are and as an entrepreneur. And
okay.
But what I did know is that it sounded scripted, like you were reading. Podcasts should be more conversational based, like to where you're really trying to have that conversation with your audience. Even though we're under a tight time, you still have time. So that right there knows that you didn't come in and really get settled. Because when you started speaking, you were still sitting down. So be mindful of your body placement, you know.
Okay.
Even though we're not here seeing you, even though you're very pretty, your voice is what captivates the audience.
Okay.
And it was just like you were reading, okay? Something I did like was that you did have the breakdown of the entrepreneurship, but if I were you, speaking in a quick time frame, I would have just focused on maybe one or two of those points.
Okay.
It was like a lesson being shoved down, but it did have the good and the bad of entrepreneurship. The only thing is I didn't really hear a lot of good from who you were and what type of entrepreneur you are.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
Good job, though.
Thank you.
All right, Randy. Good job. So, I like real talk, entrepreneurship 101, right? So I'm kind of like when you sit down, it's like, what's up, y'all? This is your girl, Randy, the entrepreneur for entrepreneurs. You know what I mean? Like, give it so that right there, you're grabbing me. Okay. All right, it's time for real talk for entrepreneurs. Like, this is that 101 class. Are y'all ready? Go get your pens, go get your papers, because we're about to break down entrepreneurship, right? And then if you give it to me, then I'm like, that girl done told me this. You know what I mean? I'm about to go get my stuff together. You know what I mean? Because you're telling me. Yeah. And people want to be told what to do. So I do like the fact, like, you broke it down, because I could tell you did your research on entrepreneurship. But when I sit here, like, for everybody, I'm going to close my eyes. And one thing that's good is that you have a good tone, right? And because you don't want to listen to somebody that doesn't have a good vocal tone. Right. So I can listen to you, but then I'm like the others, it just felt scripted. And I understand with the timing. Mm-hmm. So it did feel scripted. So when I closed my eyes, I felt like I was listening to a book narrator. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like an
audiobook.
Yep. That's what I felt like I was listening to, an audiobook. Okay. And sometimes I get lost in that. So podcasting has to really grab me and keep me captivated, because you had me at sleep. What is that?
That part.
You know what I'm saying? You did that twice. But if you kind of keep it, because your tone has to come up, come down. I got to feel your personality. Mm-hmm. I got to feel your passion. You know what I mean? It's like give me like, I don't know what Randy about to talk about today.
The homegirl vibe.
That's what you got to give that homegirl vibe.
Especially since it's called real talk.
Yes.
Because that's what I
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. And then while you're doing it, just like how you're smiling now, always give that smile through it, because that smile helps push that tone through.
Gotcha.
So, but good job. I mean, I like the topic. And you did great.
Okay. Thank you.
So
all right.
Thank you.
Do you have any feedback or questions from what we said?
Well, it's kind of putting me in the mind of my YouTube, because like when I get on my YouTube channel, I'm way more like what y'all see.
Personable?
Yes. And it's not because it's in front of me and it's the camera. I think it's more so because, like, honestly, we saw not to look at y'all, and that kind of just threw me off.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, I want to look at y'all and be like, what's up? But it was like, just, don't pay attention to that. And that kind of just threw me off, because in my mind, I was going to come in here like, this is YouTube. Like, let's go.
And maybe you should have, because even though we give you direction, even though the producers give you some direction, you still got to go with your vibe. You still got to go with your feeling. Trust that gut of yours, because if and when you do, you always feel comfortable and you remember to have a good time.
Yes.
You came to win, didn't you?
I always.
Okay, there you go.
Well, good luck.
And thank you for the feedback.
Today's challenge to create a podcast is something that I have done in the past, but it's been a few years since I've done it, and this gave me time to rethink and readjust and do something different to create a new podcast. So I hope you guys love it. It is a bit nervous feeling here. I just want to deliver it the way that I wrote it, and hopefully it does motivate and encourage people like my intent is to do with it. So let's see what happens.
Is your home feeling outdated? Does it lack the warmth and comfort you deserve? Start with your heart. We'll take care of the rest. Relax and enjoy the experience that Heart Lad Reality LLC brings to your family.
Hi.
Hello. How are you?
Good. Hey
guys, it's your girl Tiffany R. Sings, and welcome to the Pink Affirm, where we wear pink and we affirm ourselves weekly. This is episode 1 of the Pink Affirm. I'm so glad that you're here. I know that you may be wondering about the name, the Pink Affirm. Well, let me give you a little bit of history in 3 parts on this name and why I chose it. Firstly, pink is not only my favorite color, but it's a color of vibrancy and beauty. Vibrancy, or to be vibrant, is the opposite of dullness or being dull. We also want our listeners to wear pink, a touch of pink, while listening or look at something pink. You may even be using a pink pen while you're writing or listening to the podcast. However you decide, just make sure that you utilize the color pink in some way or form. Post your pictures of your pink and make sure that you use the hashtag #ThePinkAffirm with Tiffany. Secondly, this color was chosen because it represents beauty. It is important that everyone knows that we all possess beauty, because sometimes due to our environment, background, and our circumstances, it is hard to see that beauty within ourselves. Thirdly, let's talk about the word affirm. Affirm is the root word of affirmations. To affirm oneself means to encourage, uplift, and empower yourself, even when no one else can or will. With the mental health disorders, depression cases, and suicidal rates on the continuous rise, we must know how to affirm ourselves. As a person who has suffered through depression unknowingly and who almost lost everything, I wanted to create a podcast that would help anyone who struggles with knowing how to affirm themselves. Now, let's get into it. But wait, before we begin, make sure that you have on your pink or you're looking at something pink. Okay, let's go. Repeat after me. I am valued and I am needed. No matter the circumstance, I can and will win. I am a generational curse breaker. I will have whatever I say that I will have. I am a force to the particular audience that was designated for me. No obstacle will deter me from reaching my goals. I am affirmed today and every day for the rest of my life. I am strong enough to push past adversity and or any negativity. I am courageous enough. This has been the Pink Affirm with Tiffany. Thanks for listening.
Okay. All right, Tiffany. Okay, okay, where do I start? Nice. Good job. As soon as you came in, I put yes, exclamation. You were like, I'm Tiffany. Look. And that was amazing because I needed to grab me. I do have a question. Who is your particular audience? Who's the target? Yeah,
people who suffer depression and who have a difficulty affirming themselves and know how to encourage themselves. Okay. So anyone who suffered depression, don't know how to talk positively to themselves or just motivate themselves in any way.
I like the fact that you did include what you had going on with the depression. I'm so glad that you're still here and that you've overcome that or overcoming. Mm-hmm. I'm glad that you did reach out and I do love the Pink Affirm name. I love that. It's beautiful. Somehow in my mind, I just feel as though that are you targeting audience only women? Are you...
anyone.
Because the minute that I heard Pink Affirm and the fact that you kept saying we're the pink and the pink and I'm just like, if it's just only not for women, then how would you draw men?
I got you.
Because we have those manly men that just like don't care about pink. You have those who wear pink and don't care. I'm just wondering what was the target. That's the only thing that kind of brought me from it is because you kept saying pink, because pink is not one of my favorite colors. Okay. So once you have said to me, pick up something pink, I'd be like, all right, come on, girl, what are we talking about? So that's all I was just asking. Okay. But it was beautiful and I loved it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hello, Tiffany.
Hi, how are you?
The Pink Queen. I'm good. So what I want to say is, first of all, your energy is really great. Mm-hmm. I could feel your confidence, like it exudes before you came in. I'm like Dr. D. Like pink is not my thing. Okay. But at the same time, considering that you broke it down between vibrant, beautiful, and affirmations, I think that was good. Just a bit lengthy because even though your podcast had a lot of engagement, I felt like you were building a community and you were really establishing your community in your opening episode. I could appreciate the fact that you said this is your first episode as well. So you're kind of laying down the ground rules. But I think that could have been shorter so we could have gotten to the conversation.
Okay.
You know, it was very motivating. But I think when you had the affirmations, maybe you should have started with that.
Okay.
And then maybe sprinkled in more conversation so we know what the topic was.
Okay.
Even though it was like an introduction to the podcast. Most of all, I would say that it's good that you start off to build the community because that's what will sustain you, as well as giving them action steps to do. But I would maybe suggest that you have a little bit more development with that, with the reason why we all need to do something in pink.
Okay.
I like that. Yeah.
Thank you. Tiffany, I like pink, so thank you.
It's beautiful. It's a cutthroat color.
So I was like, shoot, let me go get my pink. But no, I did. I liked it. I like the name because it's not just kind of like a cookie cutter name, you know. And I liked how you broke it down as far as, you know, because we wear pink and, you know, like what pink means and what it stands for, but then affirm, and you're like, you know, because we're affirming weekly, you know, and going through these affirmations. So I liked how you took two things that are totally positive, you know, because pink does trigger a certain part of your brain, right? For happiness and for, you know, and for vibrancy. So I do like it. I liked it. I do agree. Like, well, let me say this. I can, because for everybody, I'll close my eyes to see how I feel about your tone and how I feel about, can I feel your passion? So I will say, I can feel your passion. And the great thing is you're talking about something that you know. What I don't like is when people talk about things that they have no relation to. You know what I mean? So if it's something, just like Dr. D said, if it's something that you're coming through or something that you've gone through and you're helping people take those steps to get through, it's totally great. So I just want to say good job.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good luck.
I'm excited about today's challenge. You really pull a lot out of you, what I didn't think I have, and that was a lot of strength in the making. And I just thank God for this moment and thank God for this time. And I'm ready to be the next real entrepreneur.
Welcome, Cap Babies. Cap into the new digital sales, your one-stop shop. We have a host of items available, not limited to apparel, jewelry, fragrances, skincare, hair, weave gadgets, toiletries, and so much more. Take advantage of our shop now. Pay later options through Affirm, Zip, and Klarna. We also offer workshop training to help startup and grow your businesses such as e-commerce and much more. If you're looking for a highly skilled, experienced, professional, successful, well-diverse individual who's dominating e-commerce, please contact us today. Don't delay, let's grow your business today. Visit our website, cappyscreation.com.
Take Your Rightful Place. I'll be doing a Take Your Rightful Place broadcast. And Take Your Rightful Place, a lot of people, they lack a lot of identity crisis, a lot of identity crisis going on in the world. They don't know exactly who they are. So God had put it in my spirit to kind of address that issue with Take Your Rightful Place. In the book of John 16:15, it said, I choose you. So in other words, God chose you to do the work in the kingdom, which is the world. And we just have to have a mindset. We have to have a mindset to change the mindset from doubt to I can. You have to have the mindset from maybe to I was built for this. You have to have the change on your mindset for I can't, but I will. You have to have the mindsets to make a difference in the community and society, even globally. Because that's what God had gave us. He gave us the authority to take our rightful place. And God had gave me this word to take my rightful place, even if you have to take your rightful place alone. And take your rightful place for my children. You have to take your rightful place for your children. Sometimes you have to take your rightful place even for your father, your cousin, the strangers, even for the ones that can't take their rightful place, that don't have, don't know exactly who they are in Christ. So it's a lot of lack of that worldwide, even globally, and that's where God sent me here to kind of identify that and kind of address that. And if you don't take your rightful place, we will continue to see divorces. We will continue to see a lot of diseases. We will continue to see a lot of corruptions. We will continue to see a lot of murders, even high time with the children, because a lot of people is not taking their rightful place, because they don't know exactly who they are in God. And the best way to know who you are in the Bible, it says in the book of Genesis, it said, I was made in the image of God, which means that he identified, he let you know that you were made in him, which means that he is in you. So which means that it's no reason why you can't take your rightful place. So that is why I take your rightful place for people. There's some people that's waiting on you to take your rightful place. There's some people that is waiting on your voice. There's some people that's waiting on your gifts. There's some people that even waiting on some of your products, even for your services. There's some people that's waiting on you to take your rightful place. And that's why take your rightful place is so dear to me, because it was a time when I didn't take my rightful place. But I'm here to let you know that you could take your rightful place. It's important in this day and time to take your rightful place, because all the people are dying from the lack of knowledge. There's a lot of people dying from the lack of knowledge because they don't know that they can take their rightful place, because of hurt or because of pain or because of neglect or what have you, or the environment that they live in. So we can't be holding back. We can't be procrastinating. We can't put it on the back burner.
Time. Okay, thank you. Good message, but I'm just gonna go right into it. Okay. I'm confused.
Okay.
I'm not confused about the message.
Okay.
Can I assume that the name of the podcast is Take Your Rightful Place?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because you just sat down and you just went, rightful place, take your rightful place, and God said, I love the message. I don't know who you are. You kept saying I, who's I? You didn't introduce yourself. And at least just say this is the name of the podcast. I just assumed that was the name of the podcast because you kept repeating it, which I understand why. That was the message. Yeah, that's really all I have. I'm going to leave it to the other two judges and go from there.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, Quintis. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
We did not know who Quintis was.
They told us not to address our name.
You got to introduce yourself on your podcast.
Okay.
So it's like, if God say, who are you? We don't know who you are.
Okay.
Like, you know, I understand that you said he chose you, but we don't know who you is.
Okay.
Right? Like, I see that you did a lot of scripture references, but you said a lot of ums. And what I didn't like is that you didn't have certainty. Because you said kinda. He kinda sent me to kinda give you the message about kinda,
Okay.
So, I didn't know the basis of the podcast because it sounded like Take Your Rightful Place was the conversational topic, opposed to it being the title. Because if that is the title, you don't need to keep saying it.
Okay.
You had a lot of repetition. And another thing is like, if we are going to listen to you, why should we listen to you? And since you're telling us to take our rightful place, how do we do that? So you didn't have a lot of implemental steps.
Okay.
You didn't have an action plan to really give to your listener.
Okay.
And there was a lot of ums. I just said again for you, just so you hear how it sounded. But out of you trying, for you having a short amount of time, I think that you definitely wrote down some good points, but the spacing was off.
Okay.
But other than that, if you came to preach the word of the Lord, who can be against you? But since this is a competition, I'd have to say I'm still trying to figure out what your rightful place is right now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, I have before you. So good job. I do agree. So when you sat down, I had to start taking notes quickly, right? Because it jumped in fast. But I will say one thing that is good is that you know your message, right? Mm-hmm. And I could tell that you were nervous because, your hands was kind of like shaking. But the good thing is, I know that I can listen to you and tell that, you are a woman of God. So you know the message that you're giving. And so I like the message. I liked your flow and that you gave. And I loved that you included your personal life in the message, because there are so many people that need to hear that message, and they need to know between the things that they see, day to day, like they're going, like people that are in unfortunate communities or they're seeing their mothers in battered relationships, or fathers that are alcoholics, or brothers that are, you know what I mean? That your message is saying, no, despite all of that's around you, take your place. And so I truly appreciated your message. Let me see. But what I want you to take from here is take us through an experience, right? So, and when I say the experience is when you sit down, the first thing is tell us who you are. Are you a minister?
I'm a pastor.
Pastor. So this is Pastor Quintis, or whatever you want them to know you as. And I need you to understand today, on this podcast, I want to welcome you all to take your rightful place and where that came from. So when you take us through that full experience of who you are, the title of it, and why this, then now we can go ahead and engage in whatever today's discussion is. Now I can go ahead and be able to openly accept the message that you're giving me, because at least you took me through my initial experience of whose voice am I listening to? Why should I trust this voice, right? But the great thing, like I said, is that you gave personal experience. And now you're telling me that no matter what I've gone through, no matter what I see, no matter my environment, no matter the neglect that I've had, is that there's still an opportunity for me to take my rightful place. So it's powerful. So I want you to take that away from today. It's just take us through that experience, tell us who you are, slow it down, and just walk us through that mental, because I could see it, right? But I had to kind of weed through it. I knew where it was going, and I knew the purpose, but now I just want you to perfect it. But it was an awesome message.
Yeah,
Thank
the
you
message
so
was
much.
beautiful. Please like your tears, sweetheart.
Thank you. Good job.
In a fast-paced world, your health shouldn't wait. With ConnectMD, access healthcare anytime, anywhere. Telemedicine made easy. ConnectMD, your health, your way. For more information, call Dr. Casual Pitts at 706-365-7818.
This first challenge was the podcast. And you had to create your podcast, you had to theme your podcast, and you had to get the message of your podcast. So 6 of you all are saved, and 3 of you all will go to the judgment zone. Are you ready? Ebony Coombs, Quintis Jackson, and Randy Williams. You 3 are in the judgment zone. The other 6 of you may be dismissed. Congratulations. Congratulations.
So you guys all 3 of you did a good job, but you are in the bottom 3 for a reason. We're gonna start off, Miss Quintis, you did a great job. I would have liked for you to have given more. We would have liked for you to have explained exactly why you wanted to call it Take Your Place. Just give me a more backstory of yourself as to why you're qualified to allow me to understand why to take my place or how to take my place. But it was a very good attempt. Thank you.
This decision wasn't hard. It was hard. But then again, it wasn't. Especially for you, Ebony. We hate to see you in the bottom 3, but the assignment was clear. Even though your title was catchy, Business Babies and BS, you didn't really follow through with your messaging, which is why you're standing here today. Although you did do a good job, and it was hard because all of your personality shined through, and we felt your passion. But the assignment is the assignment. So that's why you're here, Ebony.
And Randy, you're in the bottom 3 because you didn't exude, we were kind of in our after talks. You were like, well, like I'm normally like, and we needed you to bring that normally like, to the forefront. And you held back. And so unfortunately it felt like with the entrepreneur kind of 101, it was kind of just really reading, right? We talked about that, just kind of scripted. An entrepreneur and not really being able to take a strong message and just take an audience and push it through. So that's why you're in the bottom 3. So now, one of you all will be saved, and then 2 of you all will face the final elimination round with Dr. Cass. Ebony, you're saved. Thank you. Good job. Ladies, Dr. Cass will be here with you for the final elimination. Good luck to you both. Good luck.
Entrepreneurs, as you guys know, you're in the judgment zone. And this is always a tough decision, not only just for the judges, but for me. You guys had a great time at the house. We got to know each other, right? But unfortunately, one of you must go home. Quintis, the judges explained to you that you needed to make sure that you delivered the messaging just a little bit more better. Randy, the judges wasn't satisfied with just you reading the definition of entrepreneurship. As you guys know, I don't get to make the decision, the judges do. It's not your job to impress me, but the judges. So unfortunately, the person who has to go home today is...
Are you exhausted from the daily grind? Feeling trapped and hopeless? Unable to break free and pursue your dreams? It's time for a change. I'm Dr. Roy L. Johnson, Jr., the Launchologist. Let me help you transform stagnation into success and turn your aspirations into reality. Schedule your free consultation now. Visit thebusinesslauncher.com or call 832-995-7191.
So unfortunately, the person who has to go home today is... Randy. Listen, don't stop, don't quit, don't give up. Don't allow this to be your last term. Persevere and keep going. Thank you.
Thank you.
Quintis, you are safe. My advice to you is to shape up and shape out, because as the next challenge will not be easy. Entrepreneurs, roll out.